Alison.
Yeah.
Just let me know that the slides are good
Okay, I will.
without,
I'll like nod at you or something.
Mhm.
You guys can still see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to stop share. Okay, we have 10 people on, I see. Hello, everyone. My pleasure to introduce Alison and Jessica from MedMart. And they're going to be speaking for about the next 45 minutes or so.
Hi, everyone. So are we going to be able to see anyone, or is this how it is going to?
No, you'll just the two of us.
Okay, perfect. So welcome, and my name is Jessica Giguere, and Alison Weldon is our pharmacist with Medminder Pharmacy.
Medminder.
Yeah, it's Medminder.
I am sorry.
What'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Medminder.
That's okay. So what I want to share with you all about Medminder Pharmacy is that we are a fully comprehensive pharmacy, and we are able to deliver medications in pill bottles, bubble packaging, and we have our smart adherence device. All of these services that Medminder's Pharmacy can provide are at no cost to the patients, caregivers. There's no age limit, and we deliver right to the member's door. So I'm going to show you some slides, and feel free to ask questions and interrupt me anytime. All right, 1 second here. All good? Okay. Can you see them? No.
I think it's the notes.
Yep. How about now? Let me know.
It's not the full screen presentation.
All right, give me 1 second. 1 second. Sorry about that. Let's see if this is going to work. How about now?
Perfect.
Good? Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Perfect. Okay. So good morning, and thank you all so much for allowing us to come here and present and talk to you about Medminder Pharmacy. As I mentioned, my name is Jessica Giguere, and I've been with Medminder for over 3 years and in the healthcare industry for over 20, working with multiple members with different ailments and cognitive impairments. And Medminder has helped thousands of chronically ill elderly patients with medication management and adherence for better health outcomes while maintaining their independence for the past 15 years. I'm excited to talk to you all about Medminder Pharmacy because we truly believe we can help you and your loved ones with their medication management and improve their overall health outcomes while feeling their best. Medminder services patients of all ages on 5 medications or more, but the average Medminder patients are elderly and chronically ill, taking 12 medications. They're less independent and struggle with some cognitive challenges. So we've designed an easy-to-use solution that is specifically focused to help this population manage their medications. Our solution has 2 primary components: a full-service pharmacy combined with a unique pill dispensing technology that is designed to support medication adherence. Let me go into a little more detail and keep thinking if you have any questions as I move along. I'm sure that you're all well aware that medication noncompliance is both costly and a high risk to the health of the member and patient. Most studies show that patients who are taking multiple medications on average have an adherence rate of about 50 to 60%. We've noticed when patients started using the Medminder Pharmacy, their adherence rates increased to the upper 90%. Wow. With better adherence rates, the risk of falls, undesirable behaviors, hospitalizations, re-hospital admissions, and overall costs to the healthcare system improve. Our solution is divided into 4 key elements. Our pharmacy that will organize and pre-sort all the medications. And as you see over here on the left side, we can accommodate all these medications if a patient's taking their medications in the morning, in the afternoon, at dinner time, and at bedtime. We can pre-package and sort them according to the times prescribed. Then we have our trusted delivery service, but in this sense, we have people out in your area to deliver, and we could do it by mail. However, with those two features alone does not ensure that the members or patients are going to take their medications as prescribed. So we've created a one-of-a-kind smart pill dispenser that will send customizable alerts to remind the patients to take their medications at the right time and day of their dose. Our services provide visibility to the caregivers, care partners on all the activity around the device. It is secured and recorded on our cloud, allowing real-time access and reports to all pertinent caregivers involved, while allowing the member to maintain a level of independence. So for example, you will actually be able to see exactly what time and if your loved one had taken their medication. Any questions here? All right, I'll keep moving. All right, so now let me explain what your members and loved ones will experience. Medications will be delivered to the member's door in personalized pre-filled medication trays. So as you see here on the left, the refillable trays come with a labeling that explains exactly what medications are prescribed to you, so that you all and your patients will have trust that all of the medications that are prescribed are on this label here. Okay, and all they have to do is take the cellophane off that also identifies what medications are in the trays. Okay. And here is our life-changing pill dispenser. When it is time for your members or loved ones to take their medications, the appropriate compartment will start to flash. So as you can see here on the device is flashing. So let's say Alison takes her medications at 8 o'clock in the morning. The device will start to flash right at 8 o'clock. And let's say Alison doesn't see the flashing and she's still in bed and doesn't want to get up. At 8:30, the device will send a customizable greeting that will either say, "Hey, Alison, it's time to take your medications." Or we can have a customized to say, "Hey, Grandma, hey, Grandpa, hey, Ma, it's time to take your medications." Now, if Alison still does not adhere to that alert, a half an hour later at 9, we will send an automated phone call to Alison telling her again, "Alison, it's time to take your medications." Now, if Alison still does not take her medications at that alert, a caregiver or care partner can receive a phone call, text message, or an email informing them that Alison did not take her medications. And this is a huge benefit to the care partners and caregivers, allowing them to help manage their medications from afar. So if there are caregivers involved that cannot, be present at the time or physically with their loved ones, then they can be alerted that their loved ones have not taken their medications, in addition to the 3 alerts. Now, once the member or patient has taken their medications, all they have to do is open that lid, take the cup out, close the lid, and then all alerts will stop. Now, the device comes with a locked or unlocked feature. And what that means is it can be remotely accessed. And what that means is the only compartment that will open is the one that is due at the time and day of the dose, while all other compartments remain locked. So again, these features can be remotely accessed, taken off, or put on. You know, sometimes patients' families start with an unlocked device and realize that, you know, there are some errors, so we can lock it. The other feature our device has is the screen. So the screens can show a weekly weather forecast. We can upload cherished family photos or any photos. I had a woman that was obsessed with LeBron James, and she asked for him to not only be on her screen, but to say, LeBron says, take your medications. So that was a really fun and exciting feature. Another great benefit to our device is that it comes with medical alert built in. Again, this can be remotely accessed. And the medical alert is again at no cost, covered through the medications insurance. And all the member has to do is press the red help button right here on the screen, or we do provide a pendant and bracelet, again at no cost. And all they have to do is press either feature, and our 24-hour call center will call and ask if they're okay. And depending on the response, they will send the appropriate services out. Now, if the patient presses the help button and it's an error, they can connect the phone to a family member or caregiver, and they will call that person first before sending the appropriate services out. So again, you will be alerted if someone has pressed the button. The device has a 15 to 20 hour battery life in the event of a power outage, but we do recommend it stays plugged in at all times. It has a Verizon SIM card attached, so we do not need Wi-Fi or a landline to use our services. However, it can be connected to Wi-Fi. I do see there's a question right here. Wow, this is like a Plexus at work. Wow, thank you. Fix this. Wow, perfect. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm going to go back. I clicked. All right. So I explained about all the features here. And again, just to repeat myself, this is no additional cost to the member or families other than their current pharmacy copay. We do ask that the member is taking 5 or more medications to have us service them at no cost. And those medications can really be pill form, liquid form, eye drops, inhalers, bulk items, insulin supplies, and depending on the state, controlled substances. And we would run a test claim first to make sure that all of the insurance are accepted. Okay, so here's our data reporting features that can help better manage your loved ones, and these can be viewed on the Medminder dashboard. Medminder generates reports based on the patient's interactions with the device. The members of the care team or care partners are allowed access through our secured web portal directly. Or we can set up weekly reports to be automatically generated and emailed out to the care partner or caregiver. We provide real-time monitoring that shows every interaction with the device, including weekly reports, and to show whether each dose has been taken according to schedule. One thing I'd like to share with you about our real-time monitoring data. I had a member that a doctor called me on. She was part of Alzheimer's Association and said the member's having increased memory issues. She possibly has a UTI. She's not sleeping. There are some behaviors, and she's living alone, but has these extra services involved. And we think that Medminder will benefit her. So I went in on a Monday. I showed the lovely lady how to set up the device and how to take her medications. And she really understood that when the device told her to take her medications or started flashing, to take them. So as I said, I set her up on a Monday. I checked in on her on Wednesday physically, but also kept looking at her adherence data. And what I found was she was taking her meds as prescribed. And on a Saturday afternoon, I got a call from her granddaughter, and she said, Grandma told me Grandma did not take her medications at 8 a.m. And I said, oh, geez, is there medications in the cup? And Grandma said, and the granddaughter said, no, there isn't. I said, okay, give me one moment. I went into the application and I saw that Grandma indeed took her 8 a.m. meds and returned the cup 3 seconds later. So in turn, I had let the granddaughter know this information and asked her again if she wanted access, and she accepted and thought this was quite amazing. And again, in turn, within the next couple of weeks, Her UTI cleared up. She was sleeping better at night. She was feeling better, and some of her memory did come back a little bit. So this just shows that you have, ability to see how people are doing, how they're improving with their medication regimented and secured. So I've had so many members that have cognitive impairment, mental health with that are so successful on our devices, again, at no cost. So we do provide admin access to all caregivers and family members. I've had a son call me that his parents who have some cognitive impairment come to his house twice a day, Monday through Sunday, and he physically gives them their meds. When he found out about this, he was elated. He set everything up for us. He knew how to use the device. And instead of his parents coming to his house every single day, he only had to go either once a week or once a month, depending on how often they took their meds, and change out the tray. So I do want to talk about the partnership that we will need from caregivers or anyone involved with the member's care. We do need someone to put in the trays and replace the trays when they're empty. So what that means is when a patient starts to onboard, okay, we collect a certain amount of information, all right, and that could be the patient's demographics, which is name, address, phone number, date of birth, insurance information. We need a med list and any important primary contacts we should be speaking with if it is not the member or patient. Once I gather all that information, our pharmacy, Alison, and reach out to the patient's doctors and gather another med list. We do a whole medication reconciliation. And once we have everything in our system, we will call the patient and caregiver to set up a delivery and offer a virtual home visit if that is what is requested, to show and educate how to use the device. It is very, very easy. I'm going to go back here and show you this tray here. So this cardboard tray, okay, comes out, and there's a little teeny bit of a cut out here that matches with a triangle at the bottom of the device. And literally it just pops right in and the door closes. You open the lid and the door, and you insert the tray in and it closes. There is actually, on top of the locked remote feature, the top of the lid can also be locked and a key is supplied to you. So part of the onboarding process, one thing that does separate our pharmacy with others is we have a very high touch individualized communication gateway and a retention program. So when we start an onboard, we would love to know any information that will help us make this member be successful. How cognitively impaired are they? Are they able to tell us the times they take their medications? Anything that will help. We service many members that have some, vision impairment, hearing impairment, and with the locked features and with the screen allowing it to say it's time to take your meds, or if someone with vision impairment has peripheral vision, they can see the lighting. So we've thought of it all. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, that we don't have just one service, we service it all. We have multiple services we can provide within the bottles. We can supply bottles with an empty device if someone wants to fill those. We can supply the bubble packaging, and we do PRNs on the side. But again, all of this would be, all the information would be gathered and collected prior to starting the process. So any questions here before I get into some frequently asked questions of other members? No? Anybody? Bueller? How about feedback?
Jessica, maybe we can go back to the screen that shows the, oh yeah, there's
Love the
one.
concept. Thank you.
We can maybe talk about medication changes
Yeah.
and how simple that is with the system, and the way that we can just peel back that clear
Mm-hmm.
pop there. I feel like,
yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna
So,
say, I feel like as a you know, a caregiver, this is probably something that you are faced with quite often, is one of the medications has changed in the middle of the cycle that you still have at home, and how do you how does that work with Medminder? So it's actually really simple, right, Jessica? You just peel that clear film back, you add in the new medication, remove the old one. You can tell which medication needs to be removed from that label there on the box that shows the image of the medication, and along with the name and strength. So it's quite simple to, you know, make any changes recommended by the doctor, or even if, you know, you need to add in an antibiotic on your own for a week or so, you can add that in yourself. You maybe they want to start taking a vitamin over the counter, you can add that in yourself. So it's very personalized, and something that you can you know, feel free to manipulate, if you will, once you have it at home.
So typically, during a mid-cycle, if we have a med change, our pharmacy will send out a small supply in a bottle or a bubble pack, whatever's convenient for whoever's helping, or if it's not the patient. And we send a document that specifically describes what compartment and what medication compartment needs to be, the medication needs to be taken out of and then put into. So on the device, it says Sunday on the top. Let's see here. Sorry, Sunday through Saturday, and then rows 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would send you an outline and a description of which row and day the medications need to be changed. And you cannot do this with bubble packaging. So that is the differentiating factor between the two prepackaged options. And this feature is so beneficial. We have nurses that are using it for home care agencies. We have tons of caregivers involved, that this specific is so helpful. This specific device is so helpful because they don't have to take that extra half an hour or an hour out of their week to fill their meds, to pick up their meds, to open those hard to open bottles. And again, we can service the member and the care partner and the patient. It is a fully comprehensive pharmacy, and how it works is we get paid through the prescription drugs. And we are the manufacturers of this device. So we have our own pharmacy, and we invented this device 15 years ago. So it's been working tremendously well. And providers are really happy with it, hospitals, because we're keeping patients, you know, in the home longer, and, you know, helping them, like I said early on, from readmissions to the hospital. And when patients have some memory issues and they're on track with their Medminder or any type of enhancement, they're feeling their best and able to enjoy their day better than before. So let's see. All right. Love the concept. Oh, great job. Thank you. So you fill it up. Yes, we, our pharmacy prepackages all the medications into the device. Now, you can request it empty with the trays outside of the device, but if it's something that, you know, it's going to the patient's home and no one's going to be there for the first cycle, we will fill it. And as part of the onboarding service, you tell us, okay, Ma takes her meds at, you know, 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock and at bedtime. And we will set up the device for those times, and all the meds that were prescribed from the doctor will be in that device with the labeling described. And as Alison mentioned, you can add whatever else you want in there. So here's the other thing I wanted to share with you. When you use Medminder Pharmacy and have those 5 prescribed medications or more, so like I said, it's pill form, eye drop, inhaler, cream, insulin, you will be able to receive the device at no cost with all the features, okay? If you do not use our pharmacy, then there is a cost, okay? So I want to be clear about that. When you use our pharmacy, there's no cost other than a copay if you have one. We take Medicaid, we take Medicare and all other insurances, managed care. We probably really, there's nothing we're really limited to. So we're able to service multiple insurance companies. Is this just for routine medication? Okay, great question. So this is maintenance medication, right? You know, someone that is stable on some meds, but here and there, there's a med change. We can accommodate all that. For someone that has constant changes, you know, we can fill the device or we can send a device in bottles, and if things keep changing, you know, it's your discretion and we can individualize it. We can send out an antibiotic the same day or the next day, but if someone needs something right away, this is a great thing too. No one is restricted to use their local pharmacy. So you're not contracted into anything. You know, this is such a great service because you can, like I just said, go to your local pharmacy and get your antibiotic right away. So how would I get my hands on this device for my mother? What is the name of the pharmacy? Listening on several devices of different speakers. Absolutely wonderful. Great. So the onboarding for this, our company pharmacy is called Medminder Pharmacy. And you can email me at Jessica. Should I type right here? Yeah, okay. Sorry. So Jessica.here@medminder.com. And I will set you up with the onboarding process. We do have on our website an online enrollment form, and I will be checking that as well, but you can email me directly and I can set your mother up. And what we need, I'm going to write it here, is the name, date of birth, address, insurance, info, your pharmacy you're currently using now, and any prescribers.
Yeah, just to throw that out there too, Jessica, if you don't mind, I'm gonna stick this in. The onboarding process for Medminder Pharmacy is much quicker. If we could ask for your help in just informing the doctors that you are in fact choosing to change your pharmacy over to Medminder Pharmacy. We have found that we do need the support of the prescribers in helping patients stay successful with Medminder. You know, having Medminder Pharmacy at the top of their e-prescribing list or preferred pharmacy list, so that when there is a medication change or a new medication added, it is sent to Medminder Pharmacy and not, you know, their old pharmacy that they were using. That can cause, if it's sent to their old pharmacy, it can cause a delay in the patient getting their medication. You know, this is a new concept, I think, for some doctors. So having the backing and the care of you, the caregiver, letting them know about this service and saying, you know, please send the prescriptions there, that'll help the whole onboarding process be so much quicker.
Yes. I'm trying to send some information to them. Let's see.
See the FAQ and the brochure, that's good.
And then this is packaging options. And referral form. So I put a lot of stuff out there for you guys, and we are so responsive. Mention my name, Jessica. It's, you know, I'm the regional account manager, so I oversee all the services, and we'll really be there for you guys. So what is the cost? Okay, so there's no cost. Let me type that in for her. There's no cost when you use our pharmacy. Okay, there. other than your current pharmacy copay. And if you don't have a pharmacy copay, then you won't have a pharmacy copay with us. Okay. If our insurance does not permit using your pharmacy, how much does it cost? Okay. So if that doesn't happen, there are a few things that we can do. You can call your insurance and see if they would override it. But if you cannot do that, then there is the cost of $49.99 to rent out this device, and we help you with the entire setup, but it is $49.99 a month. If insurance is not accepted, you may rent out the device for. And so again, this does come with medical alert. Do you require proof of need in order for an insurance company to pay your device? No, not typically.
No,
No,
not at all.
we are contracted. Yeah. So we partner with these insurance companies. So it does have the medical alert, and it also, so the medical alert reaches 1,000 feet from the device. Okay, so this device here would be the one talking to you all and saying, is everything okay, Mrs. Weldon? Do you need help? And if Mrs. Weldon doesn't answer, they call either that phone or they call the person that's attached to the phone, if it's a family caregiver. The pendant and bracelet that we do provide as well at no cost is water resistant. So as I want to reiterate, it works 1,000 feet from the device. It does not work if you fall. It doesn't censor that a fall happens. It doesn't go outside of the home shopping, but it's an added benefit at no cost. And as I mentioned, it has a 20-hour battery life, but we ask for you guys to plug it in at all times. You can travel with it. So we've had family members that live here in Massachusetts and then for 6 months out of the year go to Florida. As long as we're communicated with that the medication trays need to go to Florida, we can do that. So we're very, very flexible and attentive to patients' needs. As we know, we're a pharmacy in terms of billing, but we are so much more in terms of our empathy, what we will do whatever it takes to make the patients safe and happy and the caregivers less stressed out. You know, Alzheimer's Association is very near and dear to me. In my previous role, I used to facilitate support groups, and I learned so much. And there's so many things I will never forget hearing people's stories. But what I thought was really cool, just to share with you about what the Alzheimer's Association taught us is, you know, we can facilitate the group, but let the members involved help answer each other's questions because of their experiences. And that was the most helpful tool I was given. And everyone really kind of bonded and connected. So I really love this organization from a personal experience. Okay, can you share the email address again? Yes. It is jessica.guere@medminder.com. And like I said, if you go on Medminder website and there's an online enrollment form, I see those as well. But if you email me directly, I can set you all up. Okay, I'm not able to see anything you're sending as far as info. Will I be able to get all the info after this talk? This is very helpful to know. Thank you. Craig, are you able to help with that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, Lord.
Yes, I am.
She said she can't see it. So it's Jessica, JESSICA dot GIGUERE Gloria, did you get that? That is correct. So someone said, did you say the medical alert does not cover falls? That is correct. Some medical alerts can sense a fall. Ours does not sense falls. It just, you press the button and it connects to a 24/7 call center. And the other piece is our pharmacy is open 24/7 for calls. So if there's any issues or questions, we are here to support all of our patients in any area. So we have pharmacies in Massachusetts and New York, but we are servicing in 48 states, and we do check the insurance prior. And we are connected with the Alzheimer's Association. That is correct. We is the metal, yes. Okay, so the medical alert pendant and bracelet is waterproof. I wouldn't say go for a swim in it, but you can take a shower. Or a bath, but I wouldn't say drown, drown it in it. Okay, so Gloria, I want to make sure you got that. Okay, good. Is that Gmail? Oops. No, it's at medminder.com. So it's jessica.giguere @medminder.com. Hey, Gloria, if you want to give me your email, I can also take that down to make sure you got the information. And again, I really want to convey the fact that we can service anybody of all ages. So not only the patient, the member, but we can service the caregiver. We do that all the time here. And even if it's not for the device, or it is, we can do bottles and bubble packs all day long. Open 5, open 6. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, great. So let me write that down. LUJAN6969 @live. Oh, the other benefits, as I'm thinking, is that our device has 2 languages set up, Spanish and English, but we can record anyone's voice. You guys can record it and we can help assist with that to say, hey, Ma, hey, Grandma, in any language that you like and any saying that you like. The other thing is, as we know, people with some cognitive impairment might have some fears and hallucinations. And if the voice command was something that would upset them, we can set our devices to just beep, and it will just beep. So the other thing is it will beep in flash. And there are 3 volume settings that, again, everything that can be done on this device can be changed or added remotely. And in the future, I like to share with you in the next year or so, we're hoping to have added some telehealth visits and blood pressure monitoring. That is our hope. And the member or families be able to speak right directly to a pharmacist if they have an issue. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? Okay, Gloria, I definitely got your email, and I will make sure I send you something. Okay. Okay, yes. So, are we all there? Alison?
Yeah, that question, do you fill most meds?
Yes.
So yes, we can fill for patients in New Mexico, all medications. I would say the 2 restrictions that we have at this point are C2s. So, really strong pain medications like oxycodone, things like that we cannot fill. However, we can fill other controlled substances things such as like, Ambien for sleep, or, I don't know, other controlled substance medications we can fill. The other thing that we cannot currently mail to New Mexico are refrigerated items like insulin. Unfortunately, the travel time is a little bit too long, so we want to make sure the insulin stays at the proper temperature. So at this point, we're not delivering insulin or C2s, but otherwise we can deliver everything else to New Mexico.
Okay, so I just saw that it says your email address doesn't show on the chat side. Okay, hold on, let's see here. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure I got, do you kind of, okay. So are there any other questions? I'm so happy to help. I love sharing this information because it truly has saved so many people, not just the patient, the caregivers, the healthcare industry, so much help and assistance of all parties involved. And, as being in the healthcare field for 20 some odd years, this is an incredible resource that it is at no cost. And that's, kind of another huge thing that I love to share, is that, we can help everybody. I just want to make sure. So the other thing is, Alison Weldon, our pharmacist, who's been with the company for a very long time, is transitioned into pharmacy and retention. So we have a retention plan to assist all members with their devices. So we actually can see if there's any issues. Maybe the member or the patient shut the device off in the back because there's a little switch that goes on and off. Maybe they unplug their device. We're able to detect if something's going on, and we can alert you guys, but we also have a retention portal and support that can take messages when you call. So again, I'm happy to answer anyone else's questions. I know that we're getting close to the end, but please visit our website at medminder.com, Medminder Pharmacy. It's MEDMINDER. And Craig, you said that you're able to share information with these folks?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alison and Jessica. Just a wonderful job. And I really appreciate, we really appreciate you guys presenting today.
Perfect. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
too
everyone.
for having us. Yeah, it was our pleasure.
You bet. You bet. And
Good luck.
yes, thank you so much for everyone. Please join us at 2:15 for the closing session. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Grace. Oh, that's wonderful. That's really nice to hear. I appreciate that on a Saturday.
Oh, all right. See you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.